Well, this was getting interesting in my last video until it decided not. So, we met this girl who is related to Talim. She's her cousin. And we watched her do the dance, wind dance. And she wants to introduce us to her. I wonder... Yeah. So I was going around to different places. None of them really seem interesting for right now, so let's end my expedition and return back to Maxie. Gazed out at the beautiful and Pacific Ocean and took a deep breath for fresh air. Humming to himself, Maxie looked pleased to be on the water again. Ah, nothing beats the wind and the waves, you know. I was born in the Ryukyu Islands, where you needed a boat to get anywhere. But the sea is always a joy, no matter where you sail. Say you love the sea too, say you prefer the land. I'm always on land, though. The sea is pretty, don't get me wrong, but like, it's easy to get lost out there, and there's really nowhere out there to call your own. As where with land, there is. The part about the sea is that the fact that it is open and free. Huh. See? You get it. My father was a tradesman hired by the government to operate a merchant ship. So I grew up with a deck under my feet. Being on land doesn't feel right. That's why I became a pirate. To cut a long story short, I just want to be free to travel the world. Before my father passed away, he told me to go out and sail the 7 seas. Live life with no regrets. When I first set sail, I understood what he meant. This world is huge, and there's so many things to see and do. My journey's just getting started. Is it like wind or something? The winds have changed, and the sky's looking nasty. The sea's gonna get rough. Yeah, those clouds mean trouble. We're gonna have to weather it to get ready for a wild ride. Yeah, we're supposed to be going back to this place. So there was a guy we met who said he was going there to save like his younger brother or something, and then we found out that something happened there. When we think there's an astral fissure there, and it's my job to close them. I harvest their energy or some shit. So, like I said, I have cleared this game before, but since my other PS4 corrupted, I'm having to do everything over again. And I'm doing some things different with this playthrough that I didn't do my first time through. For instance, I don't have my wings anymore. I now have bunny ears. Great. Normally I'd play it safe, but we're short on time. In for a penny, in for a pound, I'd say. Kong Wong's proposal. This guy looks like a fucking Mortal Kombat character. Max and Kane were right to be apprehensive. Our ship headed straight into a storm, and after being buffeted by the wind and the waves, we were left grounded and pondering our next move. What are we gonna do, brother? Ain't got the materials to fix the ship. Brother, some merchants are being attacked on the other side of the hill. Gotta be bandits. What? We've gotta do something. Help us out. It's like, sure. You're out of luck, Kangwang. This is as far as you go. Like, that's what I expect him to sound like. Yes, you're one of Lin Pei's stooges. You need a better disguise. Your weapon and stance betray you. It doesn't matter, you're still going to die. Like, yeah. Harmless rat, you think you can beat me? Hold it. Oh ho! good timing. This fan wants to wants defenseless old me dead. Please help. Leave it to me, old man. You stand back. Ha! You have no idea who you face, stranger. Prepare to die with my Mortal Kombat face. That's literally what he looks like. Haters gonna hate with my Mortal Kombat animation. Feel like I'm losing my mind in total frustration. Waiting for this to load. Fucking total extinction. Okay.
Battle 1. Fight!
Woo! Ah! So you're using Shangwan style. Funny. Frickin'! I knocked him out of the screen so hard he disappeared. Oh! Pretty good. I wonder why they decided to put the save and loading icon on the bottom left. Normally I'm used to it being on the right or upper right. So you really got me out of a tight spot there. Such skill, Maxi, my friend. I owe you and your companion my life. Do I know you? No, but I know you. I'm something of a dealer in information. I introduce people to mercenaries and bodyguards, so I keep my ears open for tales of capable fighters. Rumors of you and your crew's exploits, Maxi, are 10 a penny. Right. I think I'm gonna regret helping this guy. He's kind of creeping me out. Is that your ship, or is that ship yours? Yes, haha, thanks for your help. Allow me to lend you my services free of charge. Like what? The calculating look in the merchant's eyes was a little disconcerting, rather. But there was no reason to turn him down. My ship ran aground in the storm yesterday, so I'd appreciate a little help with the repairs. Yes, consider me at your service, however. Yeah, people want you dead. Don't worry, we'll keep an eye on you. In which case, please escort me to the town near here. It's not far. Well, we've got to watch the ship and get started on repairs. Hey, do me a favor and go with him. If any more bad guys show up, you know what to do. Keep going and you should get to Yanguang before long. I wanted to get to Yanguang as quickly as possible, and Maxi said that the repairs to the ship would keep him from moving for some time, so I agreed to accompany Kangwang. Yes, you look like the strong sort. I'm grateful for your service. Like, I feel like this guy is a joke. Okay, watch yourself out there, and next time we meet, I swear I'll show you how fun sailing can be. In the meantime, stay savey, and say hello to Haoran for me. Like, what the fuck? Stay safe. Like, is that really something Maxi would say? I'm trying to think about that, and I'm like, no. I keep moving my mic a lot. Our negotiations finished, I accompanied Kangwang to his tavern, a bustling place where people offering their service negotiated with potential customers. It was there I met a rather eccentric fellow. Why is the music so loud? Jesus Christ, this mode, like, it's so loud when you're trying to read over it, it's like impossible. Not much further now. My shop is just over there. By shop, I mean, well, it's more of a tavern than anything. As I mentioned, I'm what you'd call a middleman. I connect people who want something done with the people who can do it. You could say my merchandise is people, oh ho ho, like the way he keeps saying that. It was safe to say I didn't trust him. I bet he wanted to appraise potential merchandise when he asked for a bodyguard. It may not be a palace, but make yourself at home. Hey, old man. Oh, it's Mitsurugi. What do we have here? New blood? Like, oh my god. Indeed, and quite skilled. Yes. Perhaps even more so than you, Mitsurugi. Oh, is that so? Hello there, stranger. My name is Heishiro Mitsurugi, and I'm feeling bored. How about a friendly match? I forgot what his first name was. Oh my god, I've only ever known him by Mitsurugi. I forgot he had a first name. Jesus Christ. He looks different in every fucking game. Like, if you look at him in Soul Calibur 2, he looks older, and here he's more younger. Even in Soul Calibur 5, they keep changing his appearance. It's like, what do they want it to be? He actually looks better here. Ah? Don't. Woo! Ow. Ow. My character's eyes were glowing red for a second. I don't know if you saw that. When she looked at the camera, what the fuck was that? I have red eyes like a rabbit. Get the fuck out the way. That was weird. If you freeze frame it, you might be able to see it. And she was staring directly at the camera and her eyes were glowing like a light red. I don't know if I just saw it wrong. You got wind powers, Mitsurugi. What are you gonna do? Maybe they really are glowing. This just in, I am a possessed demon. Ooh, ow. Alright. What goodness, so I got. I know. Ah. I was gonna get him with the finisher, but I killed him too fast. It's like, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Or did I? Not bad. We'll get along just fine. Yes, you really are scared, aren't you? Mitsurugi here is my best warrior, and that's no lie. None of the fighters here are a match for me, so it was invigorating to spar with someone of your caliber for a change. Sovereign here has some business in Yangguang. Yangguang? What a coincidence, so do I. I've saved enough coin here to continue, so I was thinking of catching a boat here to Japan. What good fortune. Let's head to Yangguang together. Always better to have some company on the road. It would be a shame to lose you, Mitsurugi. I'm going to have to rethink my plans. Thanks for all your help, Sovereign. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Tell him not to forget his promise to help Maxie. Ask about Yangguang. Don't forget to help Maxie. Of course, a merchant's word is his honor. Ho 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 ho. Like he does that for everything he says. I've acquired a record. $15.84. I don't know why I said it like that. Across the seas to the east in an island country named Japan, Mitsurugi is what they call a samurai from those parts. I left my homeland to search for a legendary sword called Soul Edge. I am a warrior sworn to the sword. I wanted Soul Edge to help prove that a blade can be stronger than any Tanegashima. However, I never found it. A dog chasing his tail was more luck than I, or has more luck than I. Tanegashima, isn't that a name of like a firearm? It's the name of a gun. Like a rifle. I have searched far and wide, but found no clues. Some say it lies in the hands of a pirate, some say wealthy merchants are seeking it. I hear so many stories, it is me who should ask you about the sword. I shall abandon my search and consider my journey valuable training. Many strong warriors exist throughout the world. If I had stayed in Japan, I would never have known this. But I do not know if ships have been sailing from Yangguang. The old man says something peculiar is going on over there. But he's not especially trustworthy, so why do you wish to head there? I told him the commotion in Yangguang was probably caused by the appearance of an astral fissure, and that I sought the power of the fissures. Astral fishes? Never heard of them. Still, the direction we head is the same, so I shall join you. You have nothing to fear with me near. Like, are you coming on to me? Mitsurugi gave a hearty laugh. The road ahead was long, and I can't read. And we were going to have to camp on the way. His company was welcome. Terrible nightmares. It's like the same images over and over. It's Soul Edge. Like every time my character sleeps, she freaks out. So hey, wake the fuck up. I mean, he didn't say that, but he might as well. You were screaming in your sleep. It was so noisy, so I kicked you until you woke up. Everything okay? I explained to him that if I didn't absorb power from astral fissures, I would die. Honestly, your whole tale is hard to swallow, but I can tell something's got you jumpy at least. Very well. Tomorrow, we hasten our pace. It had been longer than I realized since I had last absorbed the power of an astral fissure. I needed to get to one quickly. With a growing sense of urgency, I continued my journey. He's like, yo, wake the fuck up. Something about that's funny. We stopped off at a village along our way, hoping to find some information on Yangguang and gather supplies. This lady looks like a rip-off Sungmina. You do not look well at all, Sovereign. Eat healthy, get some fire in your belly. Who knows what awaits us on the road ahead? A true warrior must be fully prepared to fight at all times. So in other words, I won't complain if you want to order a feast. Funny. We intend to go to Yangguang, but we heard things are rough there. Do you know anything? At the mention of Yangguang, the shopkeeper's smile slipped. I heard that things are quite bad. A number of people were attacked, and when they caught the culprit, it turned out to be one of the townspeople gone mad. Soon more and more people began acting strangely. The killings resumed and the bodies began to pile up. That was when the panic started. You wouldn't think it now, but it used to be the most prosperous town in the area. Some of its residents have even fled here to our tiny hamlet. It was worse than I had expected. Was the astral fissure responsible? My fear for Haoran's safety grew steadily stronger. I tried to reassure myself that he was capable of looking after himself. I hear the area around Yangguang is teeming with mad townsfolk who butcher anyone they can find. I say this for your own safety. Turn back. Your concern is appreciated, but my friend here has no intention of turning tail, isn't that right? I nodded to the grinning Mitsurugi, but uneasiness swelled in my stomach. The sharp pains in my head showed no signs of letting up either. She has come, just as I expected. I feel like he's coming on to me super strong. It makes me kind of smile with glee a little bit because it's kind of funny. Probably because I like him anyway. Because of the astral fissure, I assume. How should we respond? They're like, let us pull out our binoculars and watch her from the window. That's what I picture them doing right now. They're like, I'm on a rooftop just staring at me. It is too soon to act. Stand your hand. She may be Aswell's creature, and you say we should merely stand by? You disapprove of my decision? Trekking as well is our priority. Besides, she seems to be heading to Yangguang. We can assess the threat there. Understood. Very well. They're like, why are we following him? He's a freak! I have like a long strand of my hair. Mudra! Are you okay? You look terrible. Well, Yangguang isn't much farther. We can rest when we get there. What's that? Help me, I'm a loser! A man was running towards us from the direction of the town. He seemed to be terrified. He's gonna kill me, help, I don't want to die. A dark figure appeared behind the man, moving with preternatural speed. In the blink of an eye, the figure mercilessly struck down the defenseless man. Preternatural? I've never seen that word before. Maybe I have and I just don't know how to say it. That's what I expect it to be. Then the dark figure noticed us. Waves of fury and bloodlust sent a sickening chill down my spine. Without hesitation, I readied my weapon. It's you. And that's when I realized it was Haoran. Something was very wrong. His eyes glowed like embers, and his face was twisted into a menacing snarl. Blood covered his tattered clothes, barely concealing bulging muscles, which looked more like those of a monster than a well-trained fighter. There was no trace of Haoran's calm demeanor and ready smile, but it was without a doubt him. You. His voice was a bestial growl. A mad grin broke across his face as he licked the blood from his weapon. Like, are we really doing that? He stared at me for a long moment, then turned and ran towards Yangguang. So that's one of these mad townsfolk, huh? Vicious. The man Haoran murdered lay still before me. I couldn't believe what I'd just seen. What's wrong? Still in shock, I explained everything to Mitsurugi. I see. As a friend, you wish to help him, right? That may not be possible. I have fought many a warrior in my time, so I can tell. He gloried in that kill. If he's that far gone, I doubt we'll be able to reason with him. He might be beyond our help. What had happened to Haoran? I thought back to what Sasalamel had told me. Many malfested lose all sense of reason, become violent, and attack people. Astral fissures exude a massive amount of force that will either destroy anyone weak who dares to approach it, or turn them into a malfested. It was likely that Haoran had been transformed into a malfested by the astral fissure in Yangguang. While I stood there lost in thought, a young man appeared and approached us. Excuse me, do you know my brother by any chance? He must have been talking about Haoran. Looking closely, I saw the young man had the look of a martial artist to him. My name is Haoran. The murderer, Haoran, is my brother. Haoyu knelt down next to the corpse of the man from town. He's become something terrible. After a silent prayer, Haoyu slowly stood up. Yangguang is fraught with danger. Come with me. I tried, but I could not stop Haoran. So, I have a favor I need to ask of you. Judging by his stride, Haoyu was injured. Nonetheless, he appeared filled with determination. He's like, follow me into this forest, not like I'll kill you. Please forgive me for interrupting your journey. I asked him what had happened to Haoran. After my brother returned from his journey, how can I explain it? It all began when he volunteered to inspect an unusual rift that had appeared. Apparently, he'd seen something similar on his travels. That was where everything started to go wrong. With each passing day, my brother began to act stranger and stranger. He started to speak crudely and grew needlessly violent. Then one day, he just left. We trained together all the time, but I was too scared to do anything at first. After that, well, you saw it for yourself. He became a monster. Soon many others became like Haoran, and they began slaughtering each other. However, none could match my brother's martial prowess. I never thought I'd see his training used for such evil. For a short while, we all fell silent. Then Haoyu looked at me, his eyes filled with determination. They love to use that word. I practically worshipped my brother. He was always so noble, kind, and strong. He would help anybody who needed it, without hesitation. That's why I wish to stop him now. I beg you, kill him, end his suffering. Haoyu's injury was no doubt affecting his ability to fight, but his will remained strong. Ask if he is sure he wants me to kill Haoran. Ask if Haoran can be saved. I mean, these are both valid questions, like, come on. I searched hard for another way, be it through medicine, magic, anything. But every road led to failure, and nothing I could do helped. None in Yangguang who suffered the same fate as my brother could be brought back either. Haoyu's expression was filled with pain, but his grim acceptance of the situation only served to emphasize the strength of his resolve. There may still be a way. In Lingshan Su, where my brother and I studied, people spoke of a legendary old man who may know how to resist this evil. But the stories about him were always vague, and besides, it would take many a day just simply to reach the temple. Ask if he is sure. None of this is easy for me. However, if nothing is done, Yangguang will become a ghost town, and my brother's sins are already too many. If he were in my position, he'd do the same thing. Haoyu's voice trembled slightly when he spoke. Thank you again for agreeing to help. It must be fate for an acquaintance of my brother to show up during these dark times. For eyes so young, they seemed filled with exceptional resolve. I knew that I, too, would have to prepare myself for what lay ahead. My life is so low, it's at 370, fuck serious? None shall forget. This guy fucking looks like Kanasugu Naoi. Samurai Warriors, what are we doing? Oh my fucking god. Yeah, apparently these are one-time uses. Alright. Well, shit. I never used these before on my first playthrough, before my other PS4 corrupted, so... I don't know why I felt the need to do that. Yeah, it's a girl, I think. She looks like fucking Kanasugu. Ah? My character almost kind of sounds like me. Yeah. Ah-ha. You will. Stop that. Victory! That was close though. She almost had me. Is that weaker? Ah. That is weaker. Or no, wait. Higher level? Oh, 12. I can't read. Okay. I forgot you stay injured. I knew I should have used the house thing. I just leaped off the side. I was like, ha, bye. Yeah.
Your soul surges in your body.
And I didn't even get to where I was trying to go yet. Mountain Temple, famous for its martial arts training, was my next destination. I was climbing Ginseng Shan to find it when a child's scream pierced the air. Surrounded by mountains, the Lingshensu Temple had a long history of martial arts tradition. However, the temple had fallen into disrepair and no trace of its former glory was to be found. According to those living in a village nearby, a horrible disaster had befallen the temple a year earlier. Yeah, isn't that where that light shot out and anybody who saw it went into like a massacre frenzy and Keelik was there or some shit? Am I thinking about what happened in Soul Calibur 2? Because I honestly think so. Alright, as I made my way up the mountain path towards the ruins, I heard the shrill cries of children in the distance. The screams came from a young girl, who was desperately wielding a staff in trembling hands, and a young boy. The two of them, most likely brother and sister, were being chased by what appeared to be bandits. Bandit was about to grab one of the children's arms when I intervened. Who the hell are you? Looking to get yourself killed or something? Like, why does everybody look the same? What kind of a fucking coward attacks a child anyway? Pathetic. Always three. Just waiting for him to jump over me. have wind powers, you fucking fool. After defeating the bandits, I turned to find the children huddled together on the ground. Concerned as to what two children were doing alone in these ruins, I carefully asked them to explain themselves, making sure not to intimidate them in the process. Aw, she's cute. We came from the nearby village to gather some wild veggies. Not many people know about this place, so we didn't think there'd be anyone around here. Our dad actually told us to stay away from Ling Shensu Temple, but... Oh my god! Shh, she doesn't need to know that. It appeared as though the children hadn't told any adults they were coming here. When I urged them to hurry back to their village, the young girl became somewhat defensive. The grown-ups are just trying to scare us by telling us we'd go crazy, or that something bad would happen if we came here. It's fine. Other people come here too, you know. The young girl told me about the graves nearby, and how they regularly had fresh laid flowers on them. Although other people may come to the area, this was no place for children. Their being attacked by bandits was proof of that. When I pointed this out, the two agreed to return to their village, reluctantly admitting they shouldn't have been there to begin with. After seeing the children off to their village at the foot of the mountain, I decided to search for the graves they mentioned earlier. Not much time had passed before I found them. The buried site was peaceful, and the graves themselves were arranged beautifully, adorned with exquisite flowers. Though it was a mystery as to who left the flowers, I was not going to find the answer here. Oh my god. He's like, look at my golden oiled skin. Fucking think you're gonna win? Oh. Yeah? I think so. How you led us into the forest where he said he would find Haoran. Here. This is where my brother and I used to train. The forest was eerily quiet. However, I could feel unfriendly eyes following our every move. You came. Haoran stepped out of the shadows. Dry your weapon. I thirst for blood, like really. Haoran breathed erratically, like a possessed beast, and his eyes were filled with an insatiable bloodlust. He was ready to attack us at any moment. Haoran, stop all of this already. Please, like that's gonna work. How you? Give it up. You cannot stop me. I'm great with my glowing eyes and fuck. I was both shocked and sad to see what Haoran had become. I asked him how a warrior like him could lose control like this, and then he froze. I may have looked like a decent human being, but I always knew that was not so. A dark shadow dwelled in my heart. I can't read. I wanted to become like this. To crave the sight of blood, to know the ecstasy of tearing into flesh. These were the ravings of a madman. I trained my body and mind to keep the darkness within from escaping. But the stronger I became, the stronger the conflict within me grew. Why did I seek strength? Why? Why? I knew why. Haoran. Haoran readied his weapon and then let out a terrifying howl. Do you think yourself a true warrior? Then prove it. Show me the darkness that lurks inside you. Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna do that right now. Oh, man. Having a field day with this. It's like one of those animes where everybody has their own personal demon. Shit. Damn it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Go up this time. What a fucking freak. Oh, he stopped it. You're about to be fucking guard broken, boy. God. Ow. I have to twirl it in order to get it to do it. It leaves me open when I do that. Fucking interrupted it again. You have to twirl it in order to get it to work. And I stay open the whole time. Nope.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
He's a dick.
Battle 1. Fight!
I have wind powers. Fucker. You will stop that. Oh my god. Fucking crap. I know he's gonna do it, and I let go of my guard every time, and that's why it's hitting. Such is the way, holy shit. Ah! Oh! Motherfucker! Throw.
I will not lose.
Wind power, son. Maybe. Whew. Oh man. And he interrupted it again. I win. I win, you piece of shit. Something like that, I don't know. Haoran lay on the floor, defeated. My head throbbed, and the world spun. I wasn't sure if it was because of the adrenaline, or the influence of the astral chaos. I had to decide what to do about Haoran. Ooh, fuck. Well, if I remember correctly, if you show mercy, he winds up attacking Haoyu. And I had already promised Haoyu that I would do this. And we already know that he can't be saved, so... But still... Well, I know what I should do. I would show mercy. But I'm not going to. Kill him! How are you? So it was you who brought her here. No, don't say anything. Haoran gathered his strength for one last message. You did the right thing. I accept this fate. My suffering can finally end. Haoran let out one final breath and then was still. Though he had at least found peace, his face was frozen in an expression of sadness. Tears streamed down Haoyu's face, and the sound of his weeping echoed through the trees. In accordance with Haoyu's wishes, we buried Haoran peacefully in the forest. You did what I couldn't do. I thought I knew everything there was to know about my brother, but I knew nothing of the darkness in his heart. When I recover, I shall resume my training and fill the void my brother has left. Please do come to see me again. I promise you that one day, I'll become the man my brothers strive to be. Woo! Ah, I'm now evil.
With the darkness.
Of course it does. Why would it fucking not do that? Holy shit. Alright. Man, all of these guys look like hacks. Hacks, I tell you, the text. Not wanting anyone else to suffer from the twisted influence of the astral fissure, I made haste, only to cross paths with someone unexpected. Once we'd finished burying Haoran, I bid Haoyu farewell and left for Hangyang with Mitsurugi. We arrived at Yangguang without encountering any Malfested. The astral fissure had to be near. This place has seen better days, huh? Yangguang was in ruins. Debris littered the streets, and flames raged with no one to extinguish them. I could see a port in the distance, but all the ships were burning. The only sign of life we saw was an occasional rat or feral dog. Looks like I'm not gonna catch a ship here. Keep your eyes open. We're not alone. I heard the sounds of fighting in the distance. I smell a battle. Let's go. Carefully, we made our way toward the source of the sounds and found two groups engaged in a fierce battle. On one side of the battle were people like Haoran, the Malfested. On the other was the group I had seen at the astral fissure, the Qualifiers. Die, you demon dogs! Like, come on. Who are these people? Even though they're fighting those monsters, they don't seem like good guys. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah. You're lucky we let you go last time. I won't let you interfere now. I'll kill you before Lord Aswell arrives. Like, what the actual fuck? Feel like I'm losing my mind. Aswell is basically Zhang Jiao from Dynasty Warriors. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Battle 1.
Battle 5,000. Oh, come on. Yeah. Ah. Fuck. Sweetness. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Woo.
I will not lose.
Wind power, motherfucker. Woo! Damn your eyes. I'm not done yet. Like, what the fuck? From what Valtro had said, the Astro Fisher was likely just ahead. It was a good thing I didn't have much farther to go, because the pain in my head was becoming unbearable. I'll send you to hell. Mitsurugi stepped between me and the unrelenting Valtro. You leave this ogre to me. It looks like he'll prove a worthy test for my blade. Curse you. Go. What the fuck? I left Valtro to Mitsurugi and hurried on ahead. The Astro Fisher that had driven Haoran and a number of his fellow citizens mad was waiting for me. You have decreased health and you will off. There it was, the Astro Fisher, just as I expected. Though the fissures caused all of this chaos, I had no choice but to claim its power. As I approached the fissure, a warrior clad in ancient armor appeared. Despite his vacant stare, I could tell he was not to be taken lightly. Give me Soul Edge. Like, what the fuck? It belongs to the Emperor. Like, who's the Emperor? Soul Edge. The weapon Mitsurugi was seeking? Something about the name made me shiver. My head pounded. Give it to me. Like, you've got to be kidding me right now. That's like my reaction to that. You kid me right now. Mother of God.
Battle 1.
Ooh. This is where I get teleported if I remember correctly. Fuck out of the way. Don't jump. Ah? Fuck. Took a lot of damage from that because he countered it. Or canceled it, rather. to die here. I swore to return with a sword. I thrust both my arms into the astral fissure and felt an intense surge of power flow through me. It was like floating above the sea, so I don't know how I was possibly able to touch it. It felt like fire was scorching my soul to ash, but soon my headache lifted like a dissipating fog. For the moment, I was fine. I let out a sigh of relief. Done already? Mitsurugi strolled towards me. He had dealt with Vulture. Those guys all just up and left for some reason. Shame. Vulture was a worthy opponent. With the danger over, I finally had a moment to gather myself. Astral fissures, Haoran. There was so much to think about, but for now, it was time to rest. I took refuge in an abandoned inn. That night, wake up. Like, how the fuck? Like, he's been following me the entire fucking time. I have Mitsurugi with me, who's like the super cool fucking samurai. But yet, this motherfucker can sneak into where I'm at, unless... It didn't say I went there alone, but it didn't say I went there with someone else. It just said I took shelter in an inn, which kind of made it sound like I did stay there by myself, but where the fuck did Mitsurugi go? That he's like, alright, you stay there, bye. I opened my eyes to see a man standing over me. His black clothes making him practically invisible in the darkness. Ah, that's how. Do not move. Make no sound. This feels wrong. His tone was firm, but it was the glimmering blade inches from my face that convinced me to do as he said. Moving was surely a mistake. Good. Just answer my questions. Why do you not go to see him? Ask him who he is. Ask him who he's talking about. Like, yeah, like, what the fuck? Who are you talking about? You could easily be playing dumb, but I have no way of being sure. His sword rasped as he drew it back and sheathed it. A cool breeze caressed my cheek. Head west to Cornia. You'll find a ruined castle. What you seek lies there. Come alone. Like, what the fuck? Corania, actually. You understand that you are one of many who seek it. Make haste. With those final words, the man simply vanished.
Your soul surges in your body.
Oh my god. Why does he do this shit? I like how he knows where the next fissure is. Yeah. NPCs. The 5 rings. What is this person? Things were slowly returning to normal in Yangon. As I walked through the town, I saw a man, possibly a merchant, who was being assailed by a group of masked ruffians. Despite he sought my help. Desperate. I can't read. This music is so loud. God, they really need to balance that. It's horrible. It's like so fucking loud that when I'm trying to read over it, I can't. I feel like muting it sometimes, but... Okay, back in Yangguang, it seemed as though life was beginning to return to normal. The people were finally starting to recover from the tragedy. Who are you, huh? What are you doing here? I heard voices coming from an alleyway up ahead. It sounded like trouble. A man dressed like a merchant